Hey everyone, this is Mr. Engstrom shooting live from my kitchen, dining room. I'm obviously absent today, and I just want to give you a little heads up of what we're going to do. And maybe you can hear my cat running around. Maybe she'll come have a guest appearance. Oh, here she is. What's up, Roz? Named after Rosalind Franklin. Rosalind Franklin was the first scientist to find the structure of DNA. So, the double helix, that's where my cat's got its name. Anyway, what are you going to be doing today? And you'll see here, I have a picture of Bill Nye, and he's quoting about how herbicide ended up killing weeds, which was a good thing, but then we accidentally killed milkweed, which, if you know monarch butterflies, they kind of live off of milkweed, and without the milkweed, the butterflies died. So monarch butterflies are now endangered. So this is all about the environmental project, and the goal is for you to identify a problem to help solve. And I found this, which was perfect, because I know one of the groups actually did monarch butterflies, and just a perfect little segue there. So a little shout out to that group, Emma in Jersey. There you go. And what will you guys actually be doing today? You guys are going to be summarizing research about environmental topics using your classmates' research. So the whole purpose we did this little mini propaganda project was just to open your eyes to what's out there, because I want you to choose something that actually intrigues you, because learning is way more fun when you're actually a little bit like, okay, why is that? What's happening there? I want to know something. So we open it up, but it's hard to actually know if you or actually choose a topic if you don't know anything about it. So that's the purpose that we did this project, and that's how it's meant to help you with your project in the long run. And also, they already have some stats and some sources that you can actually just take. So it is meant to help you. All right, so where you're going to find this stuff, where you're going to keep track of it. FYI, this is 4th grade, filling out this note stuff. Just throwing that out there. And you'll see I'm in Google Classroom. You'll obviously be in your period. I'm in period 2 right now. And you're going to click on 4008B. So you should have something that says Propaganda Notes. And you can read through this. Now you get to actually look through each other's presentations. And again, this is to help you choose your project. So just as a reminder, you do not have to choose one of the topics that you researched for your big project. And I will allow repeats. Obviously, if I'm not going to kill your interest just because someone else did it. This is about you. And the main thing here is learn about topics that do intrigue you. So how are you going to do that? First thing you're going to want to do is just open up the environmental topic notes. Yours will be down at the bottom. You'll see each student will get a copy, so it'll have your name on it. I also have some printed out. They are sitting up on the main table. I think I have about 10-ish left. Well, if that's at the beginning of the day. So probably fewer if it's later in the day. So if you open that up, I'm also, just because I know the internet takes time, I'm going to open up the other sheet that we'll be using. So we're on the environmental topic notes. You'll see that there's 4 columns: environmental topic, summary of the major issue, surprising statistic, and interest in pursuing the topic. So hopefully those are self-explanatory, but we are also going to do an example right here. So going to the other thing we opened, the environmental topic propagandas, you'll see that I have the 2 topics listed, topic 1, topic 2, and then links to their presentation. And you'll see down at the bottom, we have period 2, period 3, period 5, period 6. So everyone's presentations should be on here, at least if they were turned into me, or on Google Classroom so I could access them. And here's the other cool thing. I am not going to limit you to just your period. If, say, you're in period 2 and you think all these are boring right off the bat, go check out period 3. Go check out period 5. Find something that does intrigue you just even a little bit, and then you can click on it and open it up. So again, I was going to do an example with you. So let's do, well, how does clothing dye deal with the environment? Okay, you got me. You got me hooked already. So you're going to open that up. Thank you, Ellie and Jalen. Period 6 rep. So clothing dye, that's what I'm interested in. So I'm going to want to go read about it. So they found out that clothing dye is a color on a piece of clothing. Duh. And the effects of the clothing dye is that it causes cancer. What? So basically you're telling me what I'm wearing could end up killing me, and that is terrifying. So that's definitely part of our environment. So just to catch up on our little note sheet, I'm going to type clothing dye was the environmental topic. Summary of the major issue, clothes with certain dye, I'm hoping not all dye, may cause cancer. And that is terrifying. So now let's go actually look, what's the surprising statistic? So we'll go look at one of their propagandas. What if what you wore gave you cancer? Again, sorry Polo, terrified. So there is a chemical that causes hormone disrupting properties that continues over time and can be hazardous at low levels in our everyday clothes. Right. Well, that is shocking because I did not know that. So, surprising stat, a chemical in our clothes can disrupt our hormones. I feel like just being a teenager would be disruptive enough. Yeah, that's a little puberty jab right at you. So, fill that out. Surprising statistic, chemical in our clothes can disrupt our hormones. And going to the very last column. This is how interested are you in pursuing this topic? So, obviously, we all have our opinions here. Clothing dye. It's not something I would normally look at. Like you've seen what I wear. I'm not that into clothes. So normally I'd be like, but this causing cancer, that's kind of interesting. So I would say 7. So if I did not care for it at all, if I read it and was like, nope, maybe that's a 1, 2, 3. No, I won't research it. Then if it's like a maybe, well, that's where the 7 and 8s are. And then if you're like, oh, I already know that's probably one that I'm going to choose, that would be your 9s or 10s. So again, this last column is meant to, after you actually go through everything and you have your notes, then you can quickly just be like, okay, what was my highest values here? Because then that will help you choose for your project. That's the purpose of this document. Again, not trying to waste your time, not trying to just fill in busy work or anything like that. This is meant to help you with your project. All right, so speaking of that, let's say on this next one, you'll see that they did GMOs. Let's say you're not interested in GMOs. You already know that. So just close it. Go to a different one. We have tons. We have like 70 listed. So maybe you want to go check out colonizing Mars. Maybe you're interested in these superbacteria. Maybe you're like, nope, period 6, you're bad. I'm going to go to period 3. Acid rain, that sounds bad. So again, choose the ones that sound interesting to you. And again, if you're not into this project, then it's gonna be a terrible time for you. So choose something that you're gonna actually want. Look up stuff that you at least sound interesting to you. And because you'll be doing the next 2.5 weeks are basically just solid research coming up with a solution. So spend your time on this, think it over deeply, and this will lead to a more enjoyable next 2 weeks, at least in this class. Again, I missed you guys. I'm sad that I'm not there with you. I'm out chasing 6th graders around, trying to make sure they're not getting into the Mississippi River. I'm sure it'll be fine. It's going to be an awesome time. Have a good weekend, and can't wait to see your faces on Monday. Mr. Incham out.